Hi, I'm Kim Richardson, and I help you organize and plan your genealogy research to break through those brick wall barriers. When I started doing genealogy, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. I didn't even mean to start doing genealogy. My grandmother had a family photograph, her father, his siblings, their parents, and she couldn't remember who a couple of the people were. And so I thought, maybe I could help her if I go out on the internet and just search for our family tree stuff. Maybe somebody's published something. I was absolutely astonished to see that there were things like census records online. I had no clue what I was doing. And so there forward, my story is probably exactly like yours. I was absolutely hooked. But again, I didn't know what I was doing and I needed an education. And so I called a professional genealogist in my state and I asked her for some help. I just said, I need to know how to learn all of this stuff and where to go to learn it. And I'm on a budget. And so she gave me a really easy way to plan your education. And I'm going to share that two-step process with you today. It works extremely well to budget for specialized education to break down those brick walls. The first thing you need to do is make a written list. This keeps us from clicking from webinar to webinar or from video to video and not really having a purpose. If we write it down, it gives us a clear focus and a plan that we can use as a checklist to get all of the education that we need. So think about first what it is that you want to learn. Maybe it's something general like I need to know how to do collateral relative research, or I want to take a deep dive into how the enumerators were instructed to take the census. Or maybe you saw a class or National Institute course that is a little more expensive, but it's something that you wish you could take. Those institute courses and national conferences tend to put out a description of everything that will be taught there. It will be a list of the instructors, the topic that they are going to teach about, and a description of that class. No matter what it is, write it out. Make your list, even if you're using one of those institute course descriptions as your checklist. Have it in writing. And then you're going to start looking for substitutes for those more expensive classes so that you can get all of the education that you intended or that you wanted to get to start with. So where are we going to look for these substitutes for the more expensive courses? First of all, look for free online sources. There are very many places that offer webinars, presentations, classes, courses for free or as part of your membership package. Did you know that Family Search offers classes and videos, and so does Ancestry Academy and the MyHeritage Knowledge Base? I'll put links to those below for you so you can go directly there. There's so much information available from reputable sources. Secondly, genealogical societies are amazing at putting out webinars and presentations, especially post-COVID. And many of these are free on the day that they air live. If not, you can catch them as part of the archive for a membership fee. And most genealogy societies do not charge a very high membership fee. My recommendation is to find a genealogy society that does a lot of education, that is a high quality education, and join them. Third, you can check out your local library or your state archives or the library or archives of your research area and see what they offer. Many times they're going to offer online presentations or webinars or classes or hybrid where it's half online and half in person, but check those out. They have a lot of in-depth information. They specialize in that geographical area, so they're excellent resources. One great way to educate yourself about your ancestors' life is to use local newspapers and read about what was going on around them at the time. Those can be found online for free and at your library or your archives for free. Fourth, instead of attending an expensive national conference, you can try to find a regional or a state conference that's more local to you. Those lower scale events many times have the same speakers and the same topics, maybe repackaged a little differently, but you can get a great education that way. Fifth, find a substitute for a national institute. Those tend to be very expensive. And when I find a class that I really want to attend, but I can't afford it, I can usually find substitutes for that, where the speakers and the topics are being taught broken up into smaller pieces. Now, it takes a little bit of time and effort to do that because, again, an institute class is about 40 hours. And so if you're trying to find those 1 hour lectures or 1 hour and 15-minute lectures, you're going to have to piece together a bunch of lectures to come up with all of the information that would have been taught in that institute class. It's going to take some time, it's going to take some effort, but you can do it. And also make sure that you're checking out online genealogy education calendars. That's right, there's calendars just for the purpose of listing genealogy education opportunities. I will list those links for you below, but Genie Bugs is a great calendar, and so is Conference Keeper. It's an online calendar. And then if you're on Facebook, there is a Facebook calendar called Genealogy Resources where they're just listing out events. New things are published every day on every one of these, and they're fabulous resources. We're so lucky in genealogy because if what we need to know is how to break down a brick wall and we need education to do that, we have plenty of opportunities to educate ourselves for free or at an extremely low cost. Hey, be sure to click the link below to check out the tool that I use to organize and plan my genealogy research.